Greetings, great rising, grand rising, good morning, all of the things. I hope you all are doing well. Dr. Nicole Brantley here, coming to you today with a live about allergies. It's fall equinox, the change of season is here. And I'm just going to share this out with a few people. That change of season is here, and we want to make sure that we are taking care of our sinus health, our head cavity health, because right now this is what is known as cold and flu season. And thank you guys, Grand Rising. Thank you so much for being here. This is cold and flu season, or at least that's what they call it, right? And what it really boils down to is a lot of people end up getting colds, flus, viruses, etc. Because think about all of the things that happen this time of the year, right? We're going to kick it off with that sugary holiday known as Halloween, right? So we're going to bombard the immune system with that. And then we're going to move into Thanksgiving, where we do a lot of improper food combining of all kinds of foods that require the body to work really hard. And, that breaks down the body as well when you kind of improperly combine all of those different foods and the body doesn't know where to start or what to do with it. And then we move into something called Christmas. And then during Christmas, we are doing the same thing. We have a Christmas feast, right? And then we eat all kinds of foods where we're improperly pairing a lot of foods. And then we move into the new year, where people partake in the other holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and the new year, participate in things like a lot of drinking, right? A lot of alcohol, which is nothing but sugar and acid that breaks down the body. So this is why a lot of people get sick during the winter time. So there are things that you can do to prevent that. So today I'm going to be talking about the truth about allergies, because I know a lot of people right now in this season are suffering with allergies for many things, but a lot of people don't understand what's at the root. They just feel like, oh, I've had allergies all my life. I'm used to it. This is what happens during the change of season. And I want to let you know that you don't have to live like that forever. Grand Rising, how are you? So, for those of you who are new to my channel who don't know who I am, my name is Dr. Nicole Brantley. I'm affectionately known as the womb therapist. I help women who have fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis, and those who have trouble conceiving take the option of hysterectomy and other surgeries off of the table and truly get to the root of their healing. So again, today we're going to be talking about the truth about allergies. So I answered the question already, but I was going to ask, do you have to live with allergies forever? Most people would say yes, but the answer to that is no. You have to address the underlying issues, and you know that over here you're always going to learn about holistic solutions to address the issues that you have going on in your body. So let's talk about what allergies are, okay? Allergies tell you that your lymphatic system is backed up. For those of you who are not familiar with my channel or who are just here for the first time, you're like, what is the lymphatic system? It is your sewer system in the body that takes out the trash, right? Your waste. Brings waste to your kidneys to be eliminated, and it helps you to keep things going well in the body, right? Functioning optimally, I should say. So your lymphatic system, it's a lymphatic system issue. And that's where 99.9% of man's problems and issues are found, is in that system. And it's because of what we're doing. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. So you have to get your adrenals up and running. They are the pumps of your kidneys. So they help your kidneys to filter your waste. Okay? And you need your kidneys working effectively so that you can eliminate your waste. So if you're not familiar and you've never been in one of my detox programs, I want you to get a glass jar, right? This is a kidney test. I want you to get a glass jar. I want you to pee in it. It really doesn't matter the time of day. You're probably going to see the most during your morning pee, okay? Pee in a glass jar to see if your kidneys are filtering. What are you looking for? You're going to put a top on it, put it away, keep it in the bathroom, cool, dark place, and you want to come back 6 to 8 hours later and see if you have any sediment, right? White, cloudy looking stuff. If you shake it up, it should look like a snow globe. If you don't see any white cloudy stuff and it's looking really clear to the naked eye, that means your kidneys are filtering very little. Okay? And that is a problem because we need to be filtering our waste. Okay? So, and I know that your doctor probably tells you, oh, you should have clear pee. You should not have clear pee, okay? You should see your waste floating in your urine. That means you're getting rid of what you are bringing in. Now, when we talk about color, the darker amber or the darker yellow your urine, the more dehydrated you are, right? The more cooked foods you're probably eating. And if you see a lot of bubbles in your urine when you pee, that means you have way too much protein in your body. So you're needing to cut back on the amount of protein. And I'm speaking specifically to animal proteins when I talk about proteins in your body. All right. So you have to get your kidneys and your adrenals working effectively. So pee in a glass jar to see if your kidneys are filtering. And that is how you move lymph. That's how you begin to remove your cellular waste out of your body. Every single time that allergy symptoms arise and you take something for it, you suppress the issue. You are locking in that mucus. All right. So if you're taking Sudafed or Allegra D or Claritin or something your doctor prescribed you to feel better, or you buying something over the counter that's an antihistamine, you are locking in the issue. Right. So the next time that a new season change comes or whatever it is that triggers your allergies, something that you ate, whatever it is, and food allergies are also a lymphatic system issue as well. Whenever you do that, you suppress the issue, meaning you lock in the mucus. And sometimes when you're detoxing, you're like, where is all this mucus coming from? Where's all this mucus from? It's years and years of suppressed mucus because you're taking things that lock it in order for you to feel better, right? Your eyes are running, your nose is running, everything is running, you're coughing, you're sneezing, you're hacking, and you're like, oh my God, these allergies are killing me. Let me take something for it, right? To feel better, to get relief. But you want to work with your body. You don't want to lock in and suppress the issues because you're just going to have to deal with them at a later date. Okay? So, your allergies will tell you that your lymph system is backed up, right? You got locked in acid in your head. So this is when you have those sinus problems. This is when you have sinusitis, okay? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Don't go anywhere, guys. Be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Thank you for holding. I was cooking my dog's food on the stove, and I was like, what is that I smell? So we didn't want to burn the house down. Thank you guys for staying tuned in. So again, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about the truth about allergies. And that truth is that it is your lymphatic system. Okay, so again, when you take in the things that lock in the mucus, this is when you're dealing with sinus issues like sinusitis, any other sinus congestive problems, things of that nature. So I know many of you are probably wondering, well, how does your lymphatic system get backed up? Well, I'm glad that you asked. So your lymphatic system gets backed up by the things that you are consuming, the chemistry that you are bringing into your body. So meats. So any animal protein, really, right? The meats, they're acidic. Acid locks things in place, and this is how your lymph gets stagnant. This is also how you get lymphatic congestion or stagnation from head to toe, is that you're piling, on the meats. Meat for breakfast, meat for lunch, meat with dinner. We got to cut back on the meats and eventually eliminate them because we are carbon constituents and we don't require meat for the human species. Humans really should not be consuming meat. It's very harsh on the body to break down. Think about all of the biggest, strongest animals out there that you know. They don't, gorillas do not consume meat, for an example, right? And then when you think about the ones that do, The carnivores, like a lion, they have certain teeth for that, right? And guess what? They don't season it and they don't cook it. They eat it raw and bloody because that is their food for their species, right? In order for us to eat it, we got to season it to the gods. We got to make it taste good. That's how you know it's not for us, because if we were truly out in the wild catching things, right? We don't really have the hands for that. We don't have the teeth for that. None of the things. So if we were in the wild, right, or we're out where, it's isolated, we would be picking the low-hanging fruit because we have hands to pick fruit and hands and fingers to peel fruit and teeth to eat fruit. We're very different from the carnivore, but I'm not going to get into all of that. So meats are one of the ways that your lymphatic system gets backed up. Dairy is another, and that is because dairy is very mucus forming, very mucus forming. It is the number one mucus forming food. In fact, I know that when people say, oh, there's no dairy in that, and I take something in, I start to immediately feel it in my throat. I'm like, there is something dairy in that. Or if it's not dairy, sometimes it's sugar, because sugar causes inflammation on the spot as well and starts to create mucus as well. So dairy and any dairy product, so cheese, ice cream, milk, you name it, anything dairy is going to cause mucus. Now, mucus is usually working in your favor in the beginning as a barrier, because what mucus tries to do is it tries to prevent your tissues from being chewed on. Okay, so it puts up like this barrier. Hey, Nene, it puts up like this barrier so that your tissues don't get chewed on, because when your tissues get chewed on and you have atrophy within the body, that is cellular death, right? And when your cells begin to die, guess what Western medicine calls that? Cancer. Okay, so none of these things are a mystery. Everything is, we know what creates and causes cancer, right? And then we do all of these things, and I can't say it, y'all, because they tried to ban my YouTube channel because I was talking about the, that's coming, right? It was flu season. What do you get during flu season? A flu blank, because I'm not trying to get banned. But then there's also the things that are coming for other things. And I did a video on it. It's not on YouTube, but it's here on Instagram and it's on Facebook. You cannot inject good health. You just cannot do it. So meats are one thing that backs up your lymphatic system. Dairy is another thing that backs up two of my sisters are on my live this morning. Good morning, Nene and Tanya. Thank you for being here. So another thing that will back up your lymphatic system is starches. Okay? Starches will back up your lymphatic system because they break down the kidneys over time, which stops the trash from going out. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. It also destroys your bowels. So if you have GI tract issues or stomach issues or gut issues or digestion issues, well, thank you so much for being here, Pretty Divine Energy. She's a first timer. You're going to love it here. And go back and watch all the old stuff and catch up. So starch will break your kidneys all the way down, which stops the trash from going out, and it destroys your bowels. All right. And then when you have bowels that are backed up for years and years and years because you're eating all of this meat, all of this dairy, all of these starches, you're sure to have dis-ease in your body. You're sure to have some sort of diagnosis, and you're possibly on a medication to try to get you to live optimally. But we all know that medication doesn't address root issues. And if it worked, you wouldn't have to fill that prescription every month, and you wouldn't have to keep taking it. And as soon as you stop taking it, your symptoms of what you were taking it for would not come back. That is insane. That is a vicious cycle that you're on, like a hamster wheel, and you need to hop off and do the right things for your body, because the body is very intelligent. And if you give it right conditions, and if you clean up your internal terrain, and if you make sure your kidneys are filtering and your adrenals are pumping and doing their other optimal functions, you will have, all of your eliminative pathways are open in your body. You will have good health in your body. That's how you get good health. Not by injecting it, not by taking medications, right? To suppress what's really going on underneath, because that's all they do. That's all that it does. And shots break down and weaken your immune system because of all the ethyl mercury that they are filled with. Okay? So, And fermented bowels, meaning bowels that have been, that's old fecal matter, really, just to keep it plain and in layman terms. Fermented bowels or old fecal matter makes for toxicity throughout the entire body. So when you got a lot of impacted waste sitting in your colon, that toxicity is leaching out to all of the places in your body, right? And that is what makes you sick. That's what makes you sick. So this is the truth about allergies, you guys. You have to address your lymphatic system that is backed up. Once your lymphatic system is moving, you will no longer have allergies. Your eyes won't be itching, your nose won't be running, you won't be sneezing, you won't have allergies to those foods, because all an allergy is a lymphatic system issue, a lymphatic stagnation system issue. So your lymphatic is backed up from head to toe. Again, if you're new to this channel, the lymphatic system is the sewer system that takes out the trash. That is how the body gets rid of waste. So what I want to do here really quickly is tell you what allergies mean from the emotional perspective. So for those of you who don't know who I am, I always like to address the emotional issue of a thing as well as the physical, right? We have to address the whole person, the whole body. I don't do Western medicine. I'm not that doctor that gives you this for the headache and gives you this for the knee ache and the hip ache. We're going to address the whole person, mind, body, spirit, and emotion, right? And emotion is one of the most important things you need to address, because women who come to me to heal their fibroids naturally, when they don't address their emotion or emotions, underlying emotional baggage, guess what happens? The fibroids come back. Not because I didn't do my job and help you to get rid of them naturally, but you're still holding on to emotional baggage that keeps bringing them back. For everything that's presenting in our body, there is an emotional root attached to that. Okay? So for allergies, because that's what we're talking about, it is denying your own power. Denying your own power. It is emotional congestion. Look at that. Because you're congested, you're feeling all that congestion in your head cavity, but you're also emotionally congested. Who do you need to let go of? What do you need to let go of? What thoughts, right? What do you keep playing over and over and over? Let it go. So many of us harm ourselves internally and externally by holding on things that we simply just need to let go of and trust the process with, right? We don't know what's waiting for us on the other side of that letting go. It's usually more beautiful. It's usually less stressful, right? But we have this tight grip on this thing, and the universe, God, whatever you call it, is trying to bring you in something bigger and better. But you can't see the forest for the trees, and you are unwilling to let go. Right? So learn to let go. It is also guilt. So the emotional perspective for allergies is denying your own power, emotional congestion, and guilt. So we're going to talk about solutions in just a minute, but there are many things that you need to eliminate in order to reverse having allergies. Okay? You got to make sure that you're eliminating cellular waste, like I shared earlier, via your kidneys first and foremost. Right? Because a lot of you like to get in this gym, and a lot of you like to move, which I'm not. I am a huge proponent of moving your body. Walking is a good way to start. It is low impact yet very effective, and it gets lymph moving. I'm not a big fan of you going hard in the gym if your kidneys are not filtering, because you are building up a lot of lactic acid, which is going to cause a burn, which the nervous system registers as pain. And you're also probably not going to see weight loss when your kidneys are filtering, because you can't outwork that poor diet. So you're working all hard and you're sweating and you're doing all these things and you're not getting any results. You got to make sure your kidneys are filtering. But in order for the kidneys to filter, you got to make sure that lymphatic system is moving and flowing. It's not stagnant, congested, and stuck from the acidic, mucus-forming, constipating, dehydrating foods that you are bringing into your body, right? Sugar is another one that I didn't mention. You have to address that. And we're going to talk about alcohol and some other stuff in just a minute. But what can I do to eliminate my allergies? You can make sure that you are eliminating cellular waste via your kidneys first and foremost. You got to eliminate the meat. You got to eliminate the dairy. It is the number one mucus forming food. You have to eliminate the grains. If you are diabetic, you shouldn't be eating grains. You should not be consuming rice. You have an issue with breaking down sugar. And rice breaks down into sugar, right? Same with breads. You should not be consuming breads. Bread breaks down to sugar. So anything that breaks down to sugar, as a diabetic, you should not be consuming, especially if you're type 1, because your pancreas is involved, right? It's weak. It's not metabolizing sugar as it needs to. And so you need to allow it to heal. You need to do things like detox so that your body can heal. Bring in fruit. I know your doctor is telling you, no, count your calories and don't bring in too much fruit. That's too much sugar. Fire them. You need the fruit to heal. Maybe you can't consume certain fruits like citruses because maybe it does raise your blood sugar levels too high. So find the fruit that works for you. Find the low glycemic fruits, low glycemic index fruits, and partake in those till you can partake in the ones with a higher glycemic index. Okay? But if you got type 2 diabetes, that is all lifestyle, my dear. All lifestyle. It is what you are eating, which is way too high in fat, way too high in proteins. If you have issues somebody asked a question. What about if you're having issues keeping on weight and you don't eat meat? Great question. If you have issues keeping on weight and you have to do things that are like really starchy, eating French fries, eating potatoes, eating heavy starchy foods to try to maintain what you would call a healthy weight, that means that you are malabsorbed. So the issue is the same. You still have a lot of fermented old fecal matter aligning the colon wall, which is preventing you from absorbing your nutrients so that you could have a weight that is good for your body, right? Because your body is going to go where it needs to go, okay, when you're given it right conditions. And you don't have to eat meat. Meat is full of fats, and that's why a lot of people who eat meat have more weight on them, right? So you have to partake in the good fats, and you still don't want to overdo those. So avocado, coconut milks, and meats, things of that nature. All right. So what you have to do is clear the malabsorption. You have to colon cleanse. You have to detox. You got to get rid of all of that old fecal matter so that now when you're bringing in the fresh, the new, the vital, you're eating your salads, you're drinking your smoothies, you're having your juices, and you're doing all of the good things, and you're bringing in that delicious avocado that is good for your skin and your body and all of the things. Your body can maintain that weight. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. I hope that helps. If you're having issues keeping on weight, you are malabsorbed, period. That is what is at the root, and you have to address that. If you want to dive deeper, book a consultation. We can get you on a nourishing protocol. We can start cleansing that gut, doing all of the things to help you keep and maintain that weight. Okay? So you got to eliminate the meat, eliminate the dairy, eliminate the grains, eliminate the sugar from your diet, even corn and gluten. We should not be having that. Gluten is a protein, right? But gluten is also sticky and gluey during digestion. It locks up your bowels. It contributes to keeping that old fecal matter along your colon wall. Get rid of gluten out of your diet. I don't care if you don't have an allergy to it. It is not meant to be in the body. Stop eating things like cereal. Cereal is very high in sugar. Cereal in the United States is full of chemicals. It is full of glyphosate in particular. Cheerios in particular. The highest cereal out there with 1,000, I don't even remember the number at this point, 1,135 parts per billion of glyphosate in them. And we're sitting that on our babies' high chairs, saying that we're helping them to develop fine motor skills because they're learning how to pick up the little Cheerios and put them to their mouth, right? But we're destroying their gut before they're even beginning to eat real food. Keep cereal out of your pantry. It is a gut destroyer. And I'm going to have to do another live on glyphosate because I haven't done one in a while. That is what the whole cereal aisle is. Every time we go in the grocery shop and my son's like, there goes the glyphosate aisle. We're not going down there. We're not, because there's nothing down there for us, right? Corn is at the base or wheat is at the base, and both are heavily sprayed during pre-harvest and harvest season. So we do not consume cereal for the sugars or for the chemicals. It's of zero nutritional value for your body. Why would you want to do that, right? So when you know better, you make different decisions. So you're going to eliminate the meat, the dairy, the grains, the sugar, the corn, and all of the, even the soy, right? All of those things from your diet. They're really not meant for human consumption in the first place. So what do you want to do? You want to eat more raw fruits and vegetables. You hear me? I feel like a broken record. I say it every time I come on this thing. Eat more fruits and vegetables. You got to learn to eat more raw foods in their natural states so that you absorb all of that nutritional value, so that you make for a natural detox for yourself when you do that. So raw fruits, vegetables, salads, smoothies, juices, keep cooked foods to a minimum. Every time you eat a cooked meal, when your body processes that and breaks it down, it leaves behind what's known as acid ash. That is the very thing that locks in the lymphatic system, which is at the root of allergies. Okay? So you want to eliminate the inflammatory foods, all the processed foods, all the fried foods, including junk foods of any kind, even if it's vegan, the fake burgers, the mock meats, the this, the that. All of it is trash. Okay? Do I think organic tofu is okay? I don't consume tofu, especially if it's made in the US. It's usually GMO, genetically modified, right? I don't partake in tofu. I try to stay away from soy as best as I can. It's in a lot of stuff, so sometimes you can't avoid it, right? But where I can, I do. I do not purchase tofu. There's something called pump fu. I believe it's made of pumpkin seeds. There's a chickpea-based tofu out there. So go for the non-soy if that's something that you choose to partake in, okay? So there are alternatives. I don't do soy curls and I don't do any of that stuff. Soy, let me tell you quickly what soy does without going into great detail. When you bring soy into a female body, it increases testosterone, right? Makes you more masculine, so to speak. When a man brings in a lot of soy, it increases his estrogen, making him more feminine, so to speak, right? And we can call it feminine energy, masculine energy. But when you do that, it raises the opposite thing of what should be high in your body. Women should not have high levels of testosterone, and men should not have high levels of estrogen in their body. Okay, that's not how we're designed to be. So that is the reason why I don't partake in soy. Okay, and I will give this tidbit. In jail, most of their foods are high in soy. And I'm going to leave it at that. Everything is by design. You have to understand that. Everything is by design. All right, so eat raw fruits and vegetables, salads, smoothies, juices. Keep your cooked food to a minimum. Keep the alcohol and the drugs and the smoking out of your diet. All of these things cause dehydration. Dehydration locks in your lymphatic system. It causes it not to move. This is why you have allergies, right? Sinusitis. Anything ending in itis is inflammation of. So inflammation of the sinuses. As a result of that dehydration, as a result of that locked in stagnated lymphatic system, that's not moving your trash out of your body. So something that is great to get, you can get a lymphatic massage, a lymphatic drainage massage, or an aroma touch, which is amazing. I used to give them when I had an office, and incorporates essential oils and touch therapy. Amazing, right? So I usually say only after you know that your kidneys are filtering that you begin to do lymphatic drainage massage. Some people do it without, but where's that waste going to go? When they're moving that waste down towards your kidneys, if your kidneys are not pumping and filtering, where is it going? So you want to make sure that you're doing things like eating the raw fruits and vegetables in your diet, smoothies, juices, etc., to help open your kidneys so that when you get things like a lymphatic drainage massage, you're moving out that waste. Okay? So, also you want to incorporate herbal protocols, right? To clear out mucus from your head. A lot of the times when you're dealing with allergies, you have a head full of mucus, a head full of stagnant lymph. Some people, when they move their head, they hear water swishing. They have tinnitus, they have ringing in the ear, which is tinnitus. They have dizziness, which is vertigo. So when you start to have signs and symptoms like that, chronic headaches, you're always sneezing, your nose is running, your eyes are always running, right? What is that called? Macular degeneration. That is because mucus is affecting those things within your head cavity. Cataracts, what's the other one? Glaucoma. All of that is mucus, right? You got to clear all of that is stagnant lymph. You got to clear your head cavity of the toxins and the mucus and the waste. You have to do that. But in order to get your head cavity to drain, a lot of people don't know this, you got to clean that colon out. I always tell you guys, we are like a tree trunk. So if we're trying to get something up here to drain straight down the trunk of our body, we got to remove any blockages. Most Americans have 30 to 40 to 50 pounds of poop in their colon. So how can it drain all the way down? This is why people have issues with goiters and their thyroid, because the drainage in their head is trying to come down, but then it gets stuck. And then you have this big knot growing, called a goiter, growing out of your neck because it's the fluid-filled sac of your stagnant lymphatic system from your head cavity. This is why we have to get the elimination pathways in order. Those kidneys need to be working. Those bowels have to be working. Those lungs need to be expelling mucus. That lymphatic system needs to be moving. Your skin needs to be sweating. Right? Those are all channels of elimination. Most of them are blocked because of the poor diet that we're consuming. The meat, the dairy, the eggs, the starches, the grains, the sugars, so on and on. Everything that's inflammatory, everything that locks in the acid. All right? So incorporate an herbal protocol to clear out all the mucus in your head. I use tinctures, and I also use my teas with my clients to help them to do that, to drain the mucus and the toxins from their head cavity, to get that upper circulation going. That's what we want to do. We want to get circulation going all throughout the body, but specifically when you're cleaning the head cavity, you want to get that upper circulation going and moving. All right? Ear candling, which is a service that I provide. I only do it mobile now. All right. Ear candling and lymphatic massage around the ears, which is what I do in my particular ear candling sessions. It relieves pressure in the head, and it also relieves sinus pain. It is safe. It is an effective way to pull and clear out the ears. Okay. The suction from the candle pulls the moisture and the other impurities out of your ear canal and into the hollow candle. So a lot of people are like, oh, the ear candles are a hoax. If you burn one, you'll have the stuff in the candle when you go to cut it open. Yes, because if there's moisture in the air, it's the same like the moisture being in your ear. So when you don't know a thing, be quiet, right? Sit back, research, and learn, and stop trying to be a conspiracy theorist about everything. Ear candles work. I always tell people, don't listen to me. Listen to your body. How are you responding? I've helped hundreds of people heal vertigo, tinnitus, you name it. Get rid of chronic headaches, get rid of macular degeneration, all kinds of eye and ear and head cavity and sinus issues with my ear candling service, right? I was the first one who brought it to the area. I see a lot of people doing it now. Very good. I can't service everybody. So do your thing, right? If you want to book with me, you can still book on my website. Again, I am mobile, so I will come to you for that particular service. Again, it relieves tinnitus and vertigo. It helps reverse ear infections. I've had a lot of people bring their babies to me to get ear candling because it helps to drain the toxins, the impurities, move that stagnant lymph out so that baby can not be in pain, right? Helps reverse ear infections. You can also do something called hot and cold compresses. That moves the lymph. When you go from hot, that will move your lymph. Or a shock shower. Cold shower, hot, you turn the shower from hot to cold, hot to cold, hot to cold. How often is ear candling needed? Well, it depends on what you have going on head cavity wise. Some people would come to me every week. Some people came to me a couple of times a week. Some people came once a month. Some people came once a quarter. So it really depends on what you have going on head cavity wise, but you can't overdo it, right? It's a very natural thing to do that helps you aid in removing waste. So hot, cold compresses on the back of the neck gets the lymph moving. An alignment from upper cervical chiropractor will also help with moving lymph and getting energy flowing, getting your chi flowing. A lot of people are sleeping on the upper cervical chiropractor. I don't deal in the regular chiropractor where they prodding and prodding and pulling, and I don't do that. C1, C2, get adjusted, lines up, that spine has to line up, your lymphatic highways begin to line up. That's how I healed my son from severe eczema. That is the thing that got us where we were going. It made everything that I was doing with him to heal his kidneys, to get all the lymph moving in his body, to finally see the results, and quickly. All right. Everything you're saying about the candling, I've heard. Great info. Thank you. Yeah. But you also have those people out there that are like, oh my God, it doesn't work. If you burn a candle just out in the open, if there's moisture in the air, you're going to pull in the same thing. So yes, it's going to look the same as if you put it in your ear, but you have to listen to your body. Did the ringing go away? Did the dizziness go away? Are you still having the headaches? Is your hearing still muffled? Like, listen to your body. What's happening here? All right. So an alignment from an upper cervical chiropractor will help with allergies because it will get your lymphatic highways and alignments for you to get drainage, right? I have allergy bombs on the site. They are amazing. I sell out usually around this time of the year. You just apply them to your little trouble spots. It'll clear you up quickly, right? You can inhale it, all of the things, but that is a temporary relief. We want to get to the root, which is move the lymph, but that will give you temporary relief. My cough and cold tea, my cold and cough tea will help you with draining sinuses, getting that whole upper circulation thing going, right? And moving and expelling mucus. I have elderberry kits coming. I'm doing away with the elderberry that I make and ship. I'm going to put together kits for you. So the only thing you have to do is boil or brew your elderberry with all of the same ingredients, and even the herbs that I infuse into mine will be in your kit. Everything will be in there. The only thing that you have to do is have the spring water to boil it, and your sweetener to sweeten it, and that's optional, right? And it's going to be in your directions, and then you're going to store it in either the bottles that I send you or a glass mason jar, and there you go, right? Because I'm sick of the whole shipping issues. If it gets there too late, people's stuff done fermented. I ain't got time for that this year, not in 2024. So there will be elderberry DIY kits. Those are about to go up on the website for pre-order. So look out for those so that you can pre-order your kits, and then you can have them on hand to make them when you're ready, and you have it in your fridge to go should a problem arise. You don't have to wait on shipping. You already got your kit there. But I suggest that you take this all throughout winter. This is how we build our immune system up. We take this all throughout winter. Okay. So the allergy bombs, the cough and cold tea, the elderberry syrup kits, all on the website. So make sure you go out there. Also, some natural temporary relief is doTERRA sells something called Tri-Ease that I love. It's essential oils in capsules. I don't sell those. doTERRA sells those. And again, the allergy bombs are a natural temporary relief. Herbal teas, things like elder, peppermint, plantain, great. Lemon balm, lavender, peppermint. All of those things are great in your teas. So the truth about allergies, do you have to live with them forever? I think you know the answer now. And that answer is no. You have to address the underlying issue, which is your lymphatic system. You have to get it moving. You have to get your kidneys moving. You have to do that, right? Put down the refined sugar. It disrupts the balance of the bacteria in your gut. It brings inflammation to your body immediately. Gluten can cause inflammation in the body and in the gut. It does immediately, right? Especially for people with celiac and non-celiac gluten intolerance, right? And celiac disease. Dairy can cause digestive issues such as bloating, gas, and diarrhea. And it's the number one mucus forming food on the planet. So stop consuming it. It is not good for your health. Might taste good going down, but it does nothing good for your body. It breaks your tissues down. It weakens your immune system, right? It weakens the tissues in your body essentially. And when you have an overproduction of mucus, you begin to have a problem. So that mucus that was working for you as a barrier to not chew on your cellular tissues is now a problem, right? And then also too much saturated fat. Eating too much meat and high fat dairy and other fats can cause the microbiome the microbes in your gut for it to be an issue, right? So this is how we have gut issues. These are the things we need to remove in order to not have allergies. We got to get that lymphatic system moving. So that is the truth about allergies. That is all I have for you guys today. Make sure you pre-order your elderberry syrup kits. Make sure you get your cough and cold tea. Have it in your arsenal. I have virus defense tea. I have all kinds of teas out there in the health collection. You go to ilovebeingfresh.com/shop, or you just go to ilovebeingfresh.com, click the shop tab. You'll see all of these things available for purchase. The allergy bombs are absolutely amazing. Like I said, I sell out of those, the tea and the elderberry syrup during this time of year. So make sure you partake in it. You don't have to have allergies. You just have to change what you're bringing into your body, the chemistry that you're bringing into your body, and you have to get your lymphatic system moving, and you gotta clean out that colon, and you gotta address those kidneys, and you have to address the liver. I didn't mention that earlier, but a lot of people's issues go back to a stagnant, fatty, sluggish liver because we're bombarding it with way too many fats. So this is what we need to do to get our body in order. This is what we need to do to get rid of allergies. You don't have to live with them. So I'm going to go back quickly to make sure I didn't miss any questions. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to my sisters. My nephew was on here. Thank you for everybody that's on here. Hey, Miss Loretta. Latia. Let me see you say, hey, Miss Loretta. Hey, how are you? Let's see. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't think I have any questions unless I already answered the questions about having issues keeping on weight. That's malabsorption. So if any of you are having really big problems, issues that you're like, I tried this, I tried that, nothing's working, book your consultation. You got to go deeper, right? You can't just keep pulling off of the surface and getting the free things. You got to go deeper. So invest in yourself. Your health is an investment. That's how you have to look at it, right? You're investing in pills, you're investing in medication, you're investing in all this other stuff that's a Band-Aid. It's not getting to the root issue, all right? No tofu, not even organic. Go for pump food or a chickpea-based tofu. And it's not really tofu because it's made from chickpeas. Wow, that's wild for the prisons to do that. I'm totally not shocked. They want to do whatever it takes to make us sick and reverse who we really are. And to decrease the population. If you're increasing estrogen in men and all men are in jail or all women are together, what does that do? So it's for that purpose as well. All right. Ear candling is a great tool. Remember, if you book with me, I come to you. I am mobile with that service now. Everything you're saying about candling. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You learned a lot as usual. Have a wonderful Tuesday. You are most welcome. Thank you for tuning in. So thank you guys for being here. I got to get my workday started. I'm going to put this over on YouTube, and fingers crossed they don't listen too hard and pull anything down. And I'm also going to post this to Facebook when I get an opportunity, for those of you who don't follow me over here. So if you're not following the page and you've been on this long, go ahead and make sure that you're following me at Womb Therapist. Same on YouTube, Nicole Brantley over on Facebook. So also, this is the main thing. Our next detox is coming up. I believe that is Monday, October let's see what this is, the 3rd, 4th, 5th. Monday, October the 7th is the start of our Fall Equinox Group Detox Program. So if you want to learn to detox, if you want to learn how to properly care for your body, if you want to help jumpstart cleaning out that colon, boosting your immune system for winter, the natural way, right? And incorporating a nourishing protocol and maybe some herbs or tinctures to get your body to where it needs to be, you want to join that Fall Equinox Detox Program. It is up on the website. It is here at the link in the bio. If you're watching this from YouTube, it will be in the description box. So make sure that you sign up for that. Do not wait because you have a kit to order. It is highly recommended, not required, but that is how you're going to nourish your body and help make an impact for a deeper detox. That's how you're going to get your macro and your micro nutrients, right? To jump start. You're not going to have to worry about what am I eating for breakfast? What am I having for lunch? You're going to know what you're having, right? And then you're going to have a very sensible dinner. You're going to get smoothie recipes, meal ideas, all of the things. So make sure you come over there to learn lots, to understand about your kidneys, to understand about proper food combining or improper food combining, to change this mindset, because that's the first thing that we have to start with, and to learn the importance of detoxification. All of that will be over in that group. Again, you can find the link to that on ilovebeingfresh.com under the programs tab. So you can do ilovebeingfresh.com/book-online, or you can just go to the link in bio or in the description box. I hope to see you guys over there. We're going to have an amazing Fall Equinox group. Again, I'm not doing detoxes as often as I was doing them before. They're going to be going down to quarterly because it's super important to detox with the seasons. And that is when I want to see you guys jump on the wave and detox with every season. That is how you bring optimal health to your body. That is how you stay healthy and maintain the health that you are bringing to your body. I'm not saying you can't do the one-offs. I'm not saying that you can't do the cheats. Cheats are not really treats if you think about that, right? You're bringing poison or harm or whatever to your body. People think because you do things in moderation, it's better. It's just a slower version of the poison, right? Poison is still poison, whether you take it in small doses or if you take it in large doses. So we have to learn to eat for our physiology. We have to learn to understand what this body requires to maintain health and to not have dis-ease, the lack of flow and ease. And it's a huge learning curve because we're bombarded with all of the trash everywhere we go. As soon as we walk out these front doors, as soon as we get into these cars, you look left, you look right. There's trap houses to the left and the right. That's what I call them. Right? The fries filled with acrylamide. You're thinking like, oh, it's just the fries. I didn't get the burger. I didn't get the chicken sandwich. I didn't get the wrap. I didn't get it doesn't matter. It's still toxic. The oil, seed oils stay in your body for up to 2 years. Seed oils are what's killing us, keeping us fat. If you're eating canola oil, no, stop. That is what my post today will be about, is canola oil. So go back to this on Instagram to see the post about canola oil. So thank you guys so much for being here. If you're just tuning in, we talked about the truth about allergies, what is underlying, and that you don't have to live with them forever. So go back and watch from the beginning. This replay will be posted. You guys have the most amazing Tuesday, and I'll see you in the next video. And for those of you who joined the detox, I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye for now.